Right friends, welcome back to Facts and Figures for 16th week. The first one is Robert Taylor, who shaped the modern computing, died at the age of 85, and one important aspect is he is instrumental in developing ARPANET. What is the meaning of ARPANET? ARPA is nothing but Advanced Research Projects Agency, and this ARPANET is the forerunner to Internet. And at the same time, this ARPANET is the initiative of Department of Defense in United States of America. So Robert Taylor, who shaped the modern computing, died at the age of 85. The next one is Turkey has gone for a referendum to expand the powers of the president, and Turkey may probably go in more dictatorial way in future, because after the failed coup attempt last year, 1,30,000 people have been removed from their services. And please look into this map. When you look at Turkey, Bosphorus Strait, Sea of Marmara, Dardanelles Strait, Anatolia Peninsula, Balkan Peninsula, Istanbul city, capital Ankara, all these things please don't forget. Next one is Indian Railways is aiming at scaling the speed up to 200 km per hour on Delhi-Chandigarh route, and it is most likely to take the help of France. And when you are looking at railways, one important factor of Talgo trains. Talgo trains are going to be semi-high speed trains up to 200 km per hour, and they are most likely to be introduced in Indian railway system. And this news item is with regard to taking the help of France to reduce the travel time between Delhi and Chandigarh. Eminent sculptor S. Nandagopal, he was elected previously by the government of India to serve as advisor to National Gallery of Modern Art. He died recently, and he was a vocal advocate of Artists Village and of the Madras art movement. Look into the next one. NASA's Cassini spacecraft swooped within 13 miles of surface of Enceladus. What is Enceladus? Enceladus is the moon of Saturn, and this Cassini spacecraft has gone close to Enceladus. But one important aspect here is Enceladus has got an ocean of liquid water beneath its icy crust. Beneath the icy crust, it has got ocean of liquid water, and this is the important point for the scientists. Plumes of gas erupting out of Enceladus contain hydrogen, and this points to the theory of having microbial life, right? So if someone talks about Enceladus, it is the moon of Saturn, please don't forget, and beneath the icy crust, it has got ocean of liquid water. This is one important aspect. India Meteorological Department, the country's national weather forecaster, predicted normal monsoon rainfall for 2017. It says the monsoon is going to be 96% of long period average. Long period average from June 1 to September 30 is 89 centimeters in our country, and the rainfall during this season is going to be 96% of long period average. When the rainfall is between 96% to 104%, it is considered as normal rainfall. And if it falls below 90% of long period average, the monsoon is stated as deficient. And please recollect, 2014 and 2015 are 2 consecutive years of deficient rainfall. Look into the next one. State Bank of India surpassed ONGC to become the country's most valued state-owned firm in terms of market capitalization. 2 words are very, very important. One is market capitalization. Market capitalization is company's total shares outstanding multiplied by current market price is market capitalization, and State Bank of India surpassed ONGC to become the country's most valued state-owned firm. When you look at both the public sector, private sector combined, when you look at both public sector and private sector combined, please don't forget there is a tough war going on, or you can say the competition is tough between Reliance Industries and Tata Consultancy Services, and recently Reliance Industries overtook Tata Consultancy Services. If you look at public sector, private sector as a whole, banks may not invest more than 10% of unit capital of real estate investment trusts and infrastructure investment trusts as stated by RBI. 2-3 things I would like to tell you. As far as banks are concerned, banks are allowed to issue masala bonds. That is one aspect. The second aspect is banks are allowed to invest in real estate investment trusts and infrastructure investment trusts, and here that should not be more than 10% of unit capital of REITs and infrastructure investment trusts as stated by Reserve Bank of India, and mind that it should be within the overall ceiling of 20% permitted for direct investments in capital markets, including venture capital funds. And recent times, please don't forget, angel investments and venture capital funds are buzzwords. So have some clarity about angel investments and venture capital funds. Look at the next one. In future, you are going to have a new channel, Arun Prabha. Here, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting stated that it is going to launch a new Doordarshan channel exclusively dedicated to northeastern part of the country, basically to focus on youth and contemporary entertainment, to look at diverse culture of northeastern part of our country. So if someone talks about Arun Prabha, please don't forget, it is going to be the exclusive channel for northeastern part of the country. Reliance Industries overtook Tata Consultancy Services in market capitalization. Just now I told you. Union Cabinet approved signing of protocol amending the convention between India and Portugal for avoidance of double taxation. So, India and Portugal, now protocol was entered, and subsequently what happens? Both the countries can exchange tax related information. Basically with this tax authorities of both the countries may be able to curb tax evasion. Please look into this map. Portugal is towards the western part of Europe, having a long coastline with Atlantic Ocean, and at the same time it has got a border with Spain, right? So this is Portugal, having population of around 1 crore. Look into the next one. Union Cabinet approved Constitution 123rd Amendment Bill 2017. In fact, Lok Sabha passed it. It is yet to be passed by Rajya Sabha. So just like the constitutional status for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes under Article 338 and 338A, in future the same constitutional status will be enjoyed by the backward classes, and this will be under Article 338B, which will come into force once it is approved by the Parliament. Right? So, socially and educationally backward classes, here by name of National Commission for Backward Classes, they will enjoy similar privileges enjoyed by National Commission for Scheduled Castes and National Commission for Scheduled Tribes. So, till now, this National Commission for Backward Classes is a statutory body, and once these amendments are passed, then it will become constitutional body. So, the status will change from statutory body to constitutional body. Central government decided to provide rupees 3,173 crore for purchase of 1.6 million voter verified paper audited trail machines or VVPAT machines, and they will be used in the forthcoming general elections of 2019. And we deliberated several times about VVPAT machines, and they will facilitate verification subsequently. Even the voter can verify whether his vote has gone to the intended candidate or not. So, VVPAT machines will function like a printer attached to the electronic voting machine, and the ballot slip contains the name, serial number and symbol of the chosen candidate, and it can be seen by the voter through a screened window. Voter can see through the screened window for 7 seconds, and subsequently that will be dropped into the box. So, for future audit trial also that can be used. China renames 6 areas in Arunachal Pradesh within days of Tibetan spiritual leader Dalai Lama's visit to Arunachal Pradesh. China named 6 places, and here 2 important things. Recently, Dalai Lama visited Arunachal Pradesh. He also visited Tawang. Tawang has got special from examination perspective. Please don't forget Tawang. Tawang is part of Arunachal Pradesh, and Tawang monastery is famous, and it was founded on the wishes of 5th Dalai Lama, and it is considered to be the biggest outside Lhasa, and this area is claimed by China as part of South Tibet, and this is major holy site for Buddhists. We are talking about Tawang, and this is major holy site for Buddhists, and it is inhabited by Monpa people, and Losar festival is famous. And if you look at the dispute of this Arunachal Pradesh, McMahon Line was the agreement, or you can say 1914 Shimla Accord, that defined McMahon Line as the boundary between Tibet and British India. China initiated this proposal but not signed it, and subsequently China says that Tibet was not a sovereign to enter into the agreement, that's why they are not recognizing it. And China says Tibet was not sovereign and did not have the power to conclude treaties. Right. United Kingdom is going to snap polls on June 8. Here the point is, in the referendum, Brexit referendum, majority of the country decided to go out of European Union, and now the government feels under the changed circumstances and also to decide about the modalities, how to come out of European Union, what type of relation is to be kept in future. To look into all these aspects, now United Kingdom is going to snap polls on June 8. Meeting of a joint study group of academics and officials of 4 countries was held to finalize the roadmap for BCIM Economic Corridor. BCIM Economic Corridor basically hopes to connect Kolkata with Kunming, and the idea is to form a thriving economic belt focusing on cross-border transport, energy and telecommunication networks, and not much headway on this. Look into the next one. Bank credit growth in the financial year 2016-17 slowed down to 5.1%. This is the worrying factor for our country. Bank loan growth has slowed down to 5.1%, and this is the slowest since 1953-54, and in fact in 2015-16 the loan growth was around 11%. When the GDP is around 7%, the bank loan growth should be somewhere around 16-17%, but unfortunately loan growth has slowed down. Part of the problem is with overstretched corporates in some sectors like infrastructure and metals. Look into the next one. IIP contracts 1.2%, whereas retail inflation inches to 5-month high of 3.81%. Here alarming figures. In February, manufacturing sector contracted by 2%, and 15 of the 22 industry groups contracted during February. Another important aspect is capital goods. Capital goods means that denotes investment expenditure. So, that also contracted by 3.4%. Consumer goods, just like my shirt, just like this pen, they also contracted by 5.6%. So, not good news as far as manufacturing is concerned. And you see which organization releases which figures. I listed here. Please go through this slide. I explained number of times. And if you look at index of industrial production, it constitutes 620 items of manufacturing, 61 items of mining, electricity 1 item. So, weightage of manufacturing is a 75%, mining is 14%, electricity 10%, and these are calculated based on the base year of 2004-5. So, out of these items, 8 core industries comprise 38% of the weight of items in the IIP. So, please understand, manufacturing 620, electricity is separate, mining has got 61 items, base year is 2004-5, and if you look at the weightages of core industries in IIP from examination perspective, this is very important. Please go through it. These are the weightages of core industries in index of industrial production. Please go through these slides. NPCI launched mobile application named Bheem Aadhaar Pay for Aadhaar based payments. Here, Bheem Aadhaar Pay would be applicable for retail merchants only. And here, the transaction requires the customer's fingerprint for authentication. So, if someone talks about a Bheem Aadhaar Pay, this is applicable for retail merchants, and as a customer, if I want to pay, I can use my fingerprint for authentication. World Bank approved $375 million to India's first waterway project, that is National Waterway 1, and in the first phase, water transport fairway on 1360 kilometers between Varanasi and Haldia, and at present only 5 million tons out of 370 million tons in this region travels by water. Government's intention is to increase the water transport, and National Waterway 1, it originally starts from Allahabad, runs up to Haldia through 4 states, don't forget. The capacity of India's 12 major ports exceeded 1 billion ton mark. 1 billion ton means 1000 million tons. So, 1000 million tons of the freight was handled by 12 major ports, and please don't forget, 12 major ports are under the Ministry of Shipping, and I listed here 12 major ports. Please go through them from examination perspective, in which state they are situated. If you look at 3 ports, that is Ennur Port or Kamarajar Port, Chennai Port, Tuticorin Port, these 3 are situated in Tamil Nadu, please don't forget. And let us look at the next one. ISRO is trying to increase its capacity to deliver by scaling of frequency of launches to 12 per year. So, at present 7 per year, they will be increased to 12 per year, 8 to 9 PSLV per year, GSLV Mark 2 will be 2, GSLV Mark 3 will be 1. This is to carry higher weight of satellites, and at the same time Chandrayaan 2 mission will be undertaken in first quarter of next calendar year, and it will be fully Indian affair without any Russian participation. Right friends, with this let us conclude facts and figures. Please do join for why and how. Have a nice day. Thank you.